What's up, YouTube? Talavana in the house. And I'm coming from y'all from inside my Camaro today to make this video because the one day I decided to make a video, it's like super windy outside, so you literally cannot hear nothing. But today's video I'm gonna be talking about why I wouldn't daily drive 6-speed manual Camaro. And obviously, it's not really my daily driver because I do have my F350. But in today's video, I'm just going to tell y'all about like why I wouldn't personally want to daily this. And I'm going to make a video in a couple more days talking about why I would love to daily my truck, which is really what I drive more often. But obviously, I would daily this car because it's awesome. But for me, I just wouldn't like to daily a Camaro in general, but especially because it's 6-speed, and I'm going to tell you my reasons. But also I want to tell you guys that I'm going to try to start making like 3 videos a week because that's like what I really want to do. So I'm going to try to stick to that. But let's start the video of just some simple reasons right here why I wouldn't like to daily it. And first of all, it's because of like visibility. And anybody that's been to Camaro knows, like, I mean, over there you can't really see much. I mean, it's hard to see through there. I mean, you can see a little bit, and then through this side is even worse. I mean, you can't really see nothing. I mean, you gotta like lean outside the window to be able to see anything. So the visibility is absolutely horrible, and then at nighttime it just gets even worse. So that's one of the reasons I would not like to daily this. And probably the biggest reason that I wouldn't like to daily this car, and I'll show you guys in a minute. I'm gonna do like a POV. I'm gonna talk a little bit, but I'll show you guys the main reason why I wouldn't want to daily, mainly the 6-speed manual part, is because like when I drive to work, I drive like a mile and get on the interstate, and then I ride on the interstate for about 30 miles. So I'm just cruising like in 6th gear. Like, what's the point of driving a manual if you're just cruising? And then I get off the interstate and drive less than a mile, and then I'm at my work. So it's all interstate cruising, so I feel like it's pointless to drive a manual. But anyways, I'll talk more about that in a minute. But another thing that's in the car, something simple, is like if you got sun in your eyes, like, look at this. It's ridiculous. What is that gonna block? The thing is so small. I mean, it is ridiculous. So that's something ridiculous. That's all I can really like think about that's like inside the car is the visibility, those sun blockers. So I'm gonna give you guys a cold start, then I'm gonna do a POV drive, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about like why I wouldn't like to daily this personally. So time for the cold start. She hasn't been started in about a week, but it's not very cold out here. It's probably about 65, so not the best cold start, but she's running though. I'm gonna put you guys up here in this little mount. We're gonna go for a POV drive and talk about this little daily driver I got right here. Alright, one of the things that I hate about daily driving this Camaro also, I would like to mention real quick, is one thing I don't like about it is there's this little side road right here that I normally go down in my truck, and it cuts through right to the interstate. But in my car, I don't like going down that road because there's a bunch of like little chips, like little rocks, gravel that like hits the bottom of the car, and it just like drives me crazy. I guess because it's just so low, so I don't never go down that road. just because of that. And it does it in neighborhoods and everything, so it's really annoying. Like, that's one thing that drives me crazy, because I feel like it's like damaging my car. So it's very annoying. But like I was saying earlier, the thing that I hate most about the Camaro, or driving the manual part, is like this road, like what I'm traveling now, and y'all see, I mean, that's all that I drive, and the rest of it is just pure interstate. So what's the point of driving like a 6-speed manual car that's meant to be fun, you know, just bang to the gears and just have a good time speeding down some back roads? So if my job was, my commute to work was all like back roads, like, man, I'd love it. Like, this would be an awesome daily driver. But since I drive pretty much all on the interstate, then like, really, what's the point of driving a car that's fast and it's manual and it's fun to drive if all you're doing is driving on the interstate? So that's the biggest reason why I don't like to daily drive it, and I pretty much only drive it on the weekends, because that's when I can. I just don't even drive on the interstate. I just avoid it, because it don't matter. I don't have to be anywhere on time or anything, so I just cruise around, do whatever. So come around this corner right here. And then boom, here's the interstate right here. So what's the point of driving a manual 6-speed Camaro SS with 426 horsepower, 420 foot-pounds of torque, when that's all the fun you get to have, that little bitty short, what, 2-minute drive or something like that? And then obviously you can get on the interstate, and that's kind of fun, going around doing that right there. And then normally you got traffic right here, a bunch of hater blockers. So that ain't that fun. And now, from this point to the next 30 miles, next 30 miles, this is all you got. Straight cruising down interstate, 6th gear, just chilling, 70 miles an hour. Like, what's the point of driving a fun manual car if you're not having fun? Like, there's absolutely no purpose. So that's my biggest reason why I don't drive this car that much. I mean, I drive it like on the weekends, and if I skip a weekend, I might not drive it for 2 weeks. And as you can see right now, I've had this car since March will be 2 years, and I'm just almost about to cross 16,000 miles. So as you can tell, I don't drive it much, and I mean, that's the reason why, because I work a lot, so there's really no point in driving. A lot of times I drive it on vacation, just because I get a little better miles per gallon than my truck, and I drive it on the weekends. But other than daily driving, I mean, I drive it to work like once every couple of weeks, and that's about it, because I just don't see the point in it. I mean, I like to rip around in it, drive fast, have fun. That's what the car's made for. So next big point is the front splitter is so low that like you scrape on like driveways or turn-ins at restaurants. It's not even that steep. You be scraping. So that's really aggravating, because you gotta be super careful at all times. And then also you gotta be careful about hitting curbs with the front splitter, because it sticks out so far. And like I said earlier, like, you can't see over the hood. I mean, there's not much visibility. Like, if you had a front camera, that would help a lot, but obviously this car doesn't have a front camera. I mean, if I'm in a parking spot where I can back up, then I'll back up. But the parking spots that are slanted, like how all of them are at my work, you have to park straight. There is no backing up. You're not even allowed to back up at my job. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about right here. couple other things that I didn't mention earlier is that another one that's kind of like, this one doesn't really matter that much, and it's part of what makes the car cool, is that these windows right here are like tiny. So if you're like reaching out to like scan the badge to get to work, or you're reaching out to get fast food restaurant, like you can't like get out because the window's so small. But I mean, that's what makes the car look so good, because of the way it's designed. And another thing, this doesn't really bother me, but the doors are like humongous. They're really big and they're really heavy. See? So if you got somebody that isn't used to it, you gotta, like, if you park near people, you gotta tell them like, hey, don't sling the door open and hit something. So, but normally if I ride with people, I park way off somewhere else, so it's not even a problem. They can just slam the door wide open and it won't hit nothing. So it's not a huge deal, but it is another thing though. And so this is what I was telling you guys earlier about the car. You end up parking like 80 miles away from the curb because you're scared that you're gonna front splitter, it's not gonna clear that curb, so you have to park like way away and get out and go check and see if you're not hitting the curb. And obviously this is not it's not a parking spot, but as I was telling y'all earlier about how, see, all the ones here are slanted. And but I mean, this is another thing, doesn't really bother me too bad because I park way down there, not near anybody, so it doesn't affect me really. But sometimes you might have to park near a curb, so you just got to get out and check it, I guess. But so it's not a huge deal. Like I've said a million times already, and like I'm gonna continue to say, is the main reason for me I don't daily drive it, because just getting on the interstate, just driving like that, it's not any fun. So that's the main thing. Obviously that's just my opinion though. And so obviously you have to be real careful about not hitting the front splitter. You got to be careful about not scraping, so you're not having any fun driving it because you're just on the interstate. So that's why I would never daily drive a 6-speed manual. And I mean, obviously, like I said earlier, if you could drive to work around like down country roads and some curves, like, yeah, it'd be a great daily driver. I'd definitely daily them. But for me, in my situation right now, I'd much rather daily drive a truck. Like I said, that video will be coming in a couple days, so look out for that. That's the end of the video. So if you liked it, please like it. Share it with your friends. Like, stick it on Facebook. Do whatever you gotta do. Share it with people if you liked it. So I hope you guys have a great day. Stay tuned for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video.